Mr. Menveille, question number 6, and it reads, will you consider raising water rate on agricultural water users to balance the budget?
Yes. Agricultural water users for the last 3 years, the rate's been held at $17 an acre foot. The cost of doing business will no longer be held at that rate. Budget year 2009, you will see the agricultural water rate increase. We have a very old infrastructure system, and there are repairs that need to be done. We are not collecting enough money to cover the cost of taking care of the infrastructure. And as you all know, the cost of doing business continues to climb. And there's no way we're going to be able to hold the rate at $17. But we will be faced with a rate increase in 2009. And how much that will be, whether it's $1, $1.50, or $2, and it's hard to say at this point in time until we start dealing with the budget. And but there's no way around it. So that will come before the board. And I, as a board member, will bite the bullet. And if the rates need to be raised on the water users, I will participate in raising the rates on the agricultural water users. Thank you.
Last question for you, Mr. Kuhn. Big question number 11, and it reads, what is your vision for the IID as an elected official?
Again, it's obvious that there are some fiscal problems with the IID as we speak. $62 million loss in the head deal that hurt. And the IID being a zero profit company, that means that money that was paid came out of money that was already collected, and if it's made up, at least the way they're making it up, it's going to come out of our pockets again. So fiscal responsibility, that is my goal. Get it back on a fiscally sound course and get it back on track.
And last question for you, Mr. Menveille, number 12. What is your one core belief as a candidate, and how do you plan to ensure it is part of the agenda of the IID?
Well, my core belief as a candidate and also as a present IID director is in serving the people first. That is my motto. And the IID is a public-owned agency, and it's owned by every ratepayer in this room. And my job is to take care of the IID and see that it helps take care of its ratepayers. And by being vigilant, and I know that I've been on the board for 3.5 years, and I know we've had many problems with the IID over the last 3.5 years. But a lot of those problems I inherited when I came on board from the past directors that were there. So all I can say is that I work hard, I care about the people, I listen to what the people have to say, and I will work hard if I'm elected again. And that's growing up, working hard, grew up on a little ranch where we worked all the time. And I get around this valley, I talk to people, I listen to people, and I believe in the Imperial Irrigation District. Without the IID, it's been here for over 90 years, this valley would not exist if it was not for the Imperial Irrigation District. So my core belief is to take care of the IID as an elected official. Thank you.
Now, Ms. Carey will have a 2-minute wrap up, and we'll start with, this time, Mr. Menveille.
Yes, as I stand here before you today, first of all, I want to again thank Project Viva and the Hildalgo Society for having this forum tonight. So thank you. And I'm here this evening, standing before you to ask you for your vote on June the 3rd to re-elect me for a second term as an IID director. I believe that I've done a good job. We've had a tremendous amount of problems at the IID. And I will say this, continue to work hard for the people and for the ratepayer. And I believe that every adversity carries with it a seed of equivalent benefit. When there are problems, we work our way through them, we get them taken care of. Gave you the budget. The budget did drag out this year on the 208 budget, but we cut the budget to the bone, and we did not increase the rates for the ratepayers on the electrical side. And I'm a fiscal responsible person. We were faced with certain issues, and we handled them as best as we could. I will continue to operate that way. And I'm a very responsible person, and the buck stops with me, and that's the way I am. And so I'm asking you for your vote June 3rd to give me a second chance to run and be elected to this board again. Thank you very much.
Mr. Kuhn?
Well, I do want to thank those who had us here this evening, the Daughter Society, and all due respect to my opponent. And, I was asked by someone if I didn't like him. I like him. I do not dislike him. I like my wife, but I wouldn't want her running the district either. Now, having said that, and I know that'll get in the newspaper tomorrow, I'll have to go home. Suffer the ramifications for that. But when we get down to the problems that were inherited, certainly there are problems that will always be inherited when another takes over from another board. But I can certainly tell you that on the hedging deal, I left that board December 6th, 2004, and the first hedging deal was made in March of 2005. So that hedging deal was not inherited from the 2004 board. Having said that, again, in all due respect, if you want fiscal responsibility on the board, and I'm not, I have no idea what my opponent has done with his IID credit card, and that's not what I'm saying. But if you want someone on that board who will run it like it's their own, I can tell you in 8 years on the IID board, I had $1,300 on my IID credit card the entire 8 years, because I take care of the people's money as though it were my own. It's very important. And when I stress fiscal responsibility, it was once said in a boardroom
30 seconds.
by a fellow board member, well, why don't you do what I do? And I said, why don't you try doing what I do? And I said, and I guarantee you, you'll be home with Dad more, and you'll go when it's important, and it's not important, traveling and all this other stuff will come with streets on. That's the way I am. That's the way I treat my money, and that's the way I'll treat your money.
Thank you, sir.